In this video, we will be talking about source analysis, and we are looking specifically at textual sources, which means sources that only have words, no pictures in them, as well as the title actually suggests. So when we are looking at sources, right, and we analyze sources, especially textual sources, we must try to look at these sources holistically. Now, what do I mean by holistically? It means that we have to look at the source in its entirety. That means to say that we cannot draw conclusions based on just one little part of the source. The conclusion will not be, well, a concluded conclusion in that sense about the entire source. So when we look at it holistically, we can actually make meaning from the sources that we actually look at. And how do we actually make meaning? By picking up keywords. And with these keywords, it will help us to have an essential understanding of the source. And by doing all this, we were able to draw better conclusions as a result. So for today, let us take a look at two different examples. Now, the first example is an account about Mr. John, which is the class form teacher. Let's pick out some keywords from here. So he makes learning super fun. All right. Finds cool ways to explain. Patient and never makes you feel dumb. Good sense of humor. Class is never boring. One of the teachers that will make you really want to go to his class. Making learning super fun. This actually tells me, well, I can actually annotate on my source as well to make even more meaning when I actually draw out the keywords from there. So basically, by drawing out the keywords, as I mentioned, I want to make essential understandings of this particular source. So as I am actually picking out the keywords by annotating by the side of the source to draw a little small conclusion about that part of the source actually helps me the essential understanding of the entire source. So for example, makes learning super fun. I would say that Mr. John is interesting. And at the same time, because he actually finds cool ways to explain, it actually also says he's interesting. So I can actually put the word here again, interesting. He is really patient and never makes you feel dumb. This actually shows me that Mr. John is a caring person. And of course, a good sense of humor. He's funny. Okay, never makes the class boring. Okay, so going back to the idea of interesting. And one of the teachers that make you always want to go to his class. All in all, when we put everything together, interesting, caring, and funny, okay, this seems to be a very interesting, very attractive character. So in this case here, right, if he's just a character, we can say, yes, he's an interesting character. Or another conclusion that we can make, because he's a teacher, Mr. John is a good teacher. For example, let's take a look at our second example, source B. It's a write-up about water, which is found in a school textbook. So let's pick out the keywords from here. You don't get all dehydrated. Plants need water to grow. And when plants get water to grow, we get food. Animals need water too. The earth needs water for rivers and oceans. And it helps our body work. Okay, keeps nature alive. Whole planet goes round, makes the whole planet goes round. So essentially, what we are saying here is that this whole chunk actually tells us that water is a necessity. And because it is a necessity, we can conclude that water is important. So you can tell how important it is to pick out keywords from a textual source in order to draw a conclusion from it. Okay, so all in all, in summary, if we go back to the beginning, These are the kind of things we need to take note of when we are doing source analysis for textual sources. Till next time.